we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight, it's the Thursday opener for the new NFL season between the Buffalo Bills and the Los Angeles Rams. With fall around the corner, football is back, America, and we're underway on EA Sports. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Going right back to Akers. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. What a matchup here for our first game of 2022. The 103rd season in NFL history, and this is the first of 285 games on the schedule this year. Now, both of these teams certainly hope to be playing in that 285th game. That would be Super Bowl 57 in Arizona. The Rams were able to raise a Super Bowl 56 banner before the game. Of course, and the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Daquan Jones fighting his way home to get the sack.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now it's Stafford. He's got a man complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. And that pass, a big one for Matt Stafford, folks. He just went over 50,000 career passing yards. Just the 12th ever NFL quarterback to do that. The former #1 pick in 2009 out of Georgia. Been so durable, so dependable in his career. And what a mark for Matt Stafford.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical. They've been crisp. And as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
They'll send the tight end in motion. They'll run here with Akers. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
Again, it'll be Akers. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. Cam Akers, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Rams are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Allen, the throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, probably that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Now 1 for 1, a lot more to go. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. And they're going to go with the jet sweep. This is Diggs with it. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league. No question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a 1st down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
Allen now on 1st down. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. A big gain there for the Bills. 44 yards.
That's the end of the first quarter.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. They run for the first time with James Cook. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Bobby Wagner, the all-pro, in on the tackle. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Allen. He will find Diggs in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Bills are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
Jefferson really grew into the deep threat LA needed as it ramped up its passing attack, averaging a cool 16 yards per catch. One of the best marks in the league and helping the Rams earn a ring. Back at it again in 2022, picking up a 1st down with a big play.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Stafford. Steps away to his left. Going up top for Kupp. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 1st down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Perfect start to the season on their 1st drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Got his man complete over the middle. It's McKenzie.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen, he's got the hook up with Diggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 1st half. All knotted up at 7. Throwing on 1st down is Allen. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the 1st half winds down.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Here's Allen. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Rams are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side. Hey, 50!
After the interception, here's Stafford. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Open man is Raymond. He's got it. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. On 1st and 10, Stafford. That's out to the flat for Akers. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Stafford got a man. It's Higbee complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are...
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Off the fake to Akers, here's Stafford. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now Stafford. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he is going to score. It's a pick-6 and a Bills touchdown. Well, it's one thing to get the interception, and it was a great play, but then you saw how quickly all of his teammates, Charles, turned to find blocks, made sure they had space for him to make the house call.
And not only did they turn and find the blocks, none of them clipped from behind, blocked someone in the back. This play is going to stand. And how about what we see each and every week now? When the defenders make a big play, there's always a group celebration after the takeaway.
Here's Raymond bringing it out. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
At their own 14-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. Stafford here, coming off his pick six. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Well, this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Now they run the sweep as Allen just pops this forward. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, a nice, consistent gain.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Cook up the gut, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now Allen. He's got a man complete. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And the final clocking on the next-gen stats there, how about this? 22.1 miles per hour. Wow. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Here's Raymond bringing it out.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, give him 14.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Back to throw, Stafford. That'll be caught. It's Kupp. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
On first down, Stafford here. Robinson's got it. He juked him. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Stafford looks to throw again. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
It's second and inches at the 18-yard line.
Stafford going to give this to Akers. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. Forced out to his left. Got a man, that's complete. And the Rams are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves him all the way down to the 1. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. They'll look to run with Akers. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Cam Akers, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Rams are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Extra point by Gain is up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, first and 10. Throwing now is Allen. Working the middle here, that's complete to Knox, the tight end. And he's taken down right at the the 45-yard line. That one goes for 30 yards.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. The left side caught by Diggs. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the third quarter. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Give to Cook out of the gun. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Allen. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Allen now looks to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's McKenzie. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Tyler pass on 4th field goal. A 30-yard attempt.
The kick by Bass is good, and the Bills will add on to their lead. So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Their own 14-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Stafford. This throw nearly intercepted. Oh, the big D lineman almost had it. But 3rd down coming up. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Stafford. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he takes us beyond the 35 before time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Trying to find Kupp, but it's intercepted. And the Bills will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. Look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
That was the veteran Jamie Collins busting through to make the stop. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. To the air, Allen. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Certainly worth noting he's now one catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. They'll go option to the short side. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Excellent effort defensively. Tackle for loss goes to Leonard Floyd. Not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Allen. That's caught inside the 20. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A big play here for Buffalo. And even 40 yards. That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations. Quite the accomplishment. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll run with Cook. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Someone moved, flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. They try again with Cook. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. I'm assuming they're keeping this football on the ground, right?
I would think so because you're looking at the clock. That's in your favor. You look at the geography of the field, right, where you are. That's in your favor as well. Keep it on the ground. Keep pounding. Run that clock down. You got everything working in your direction.
Now Allen. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. The longtime vet, Jamie Collins, the man to bring him down.
Tyler pass for the Bills field goal. A 34-yard attempt.
The kick by Bass is good, and the Bills will add on to their lead. So that, not just important in the fact that it widens their lead, but really that was a textbook job of just hanging on to the football.
And we know all the time that coaches talk about time of possession. Sometimes it's a stat that doesn't matter much, but in this drive, it matters a lot. They want to reduce time and score points and lock this game down.
And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Tre'Davious White with a pick, and the Bills are going to take possession of the football. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 in 2nd down. Bobby Brown on the tackle.
33-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Well, Carter, tonight was a great way to kick the season off. That before the game, probably as much pomp and circumstance to start a season as I can ever remember. And this is just game 1 of many to come. Sitting next to you, really looking forward to it.
As am I. Great to be back in booth with you for another season.